Colquitt on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Set up, 60 Pittsburgh.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Here it comes. Right. He's tight.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On second down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Operating from the gun, Bryant into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's a give to Freeman running right. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 1st and 10, Bryant. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Get ready, get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Looking to throw. Bryant. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Gerald McCoy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
And it brings up 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And the Falcon first down. That's the end of the
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Falcon 7.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Bryant. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ready up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, Rocket. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
6-6, bullet high. Shoot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays. Oh, this hurts it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Bryant airing it out. Look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bryant. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Go, 8-3.
Mike 45.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Speed grip.
Back to throw here. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Freeman. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Hey, watch that, hey, watch the ball.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get it.
Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, zoom.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. From the gun, Bryant gets it off to Freeman. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. 5.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a run with McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Got it.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
This is taken around the 12. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Falcons will get it first and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got this complete to Marcel Aitman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Atlanta.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the pass.
Operating from the gun, Bryant. Gonna let one fly for Robert. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's gonna get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Bryant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Jones has it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to pull a bit closer, the Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Tighten down. There you go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Badgley now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The ball comes out.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now it's the backup Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down.
Let's go, team. Big series. We got to step it up. Underneath. Bang, bang.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Bryant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Check, 59. All day. 59's Mike, 59's Mike, check.
Operating from the gun. Bryant trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
First down, Atlanta.
Right there, 54 Mike. Rack.
Off the play fake. Bryant. And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Set, ready. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On first down, Bryant. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Switch. Check.
Off play action. Bryant looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Bryant. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Bryant. That's complete to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, Bryant. That's caught over the middle, Hooper. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Eluding the pressure, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.